I guarantee you this is 2 minutes. For those who've heard my speeches on the floor of the House. President Kennedy once remarked that victory has 1,000 fathers. Looking at all the beaming faces out here today, it is obvious that we are here to celebrate a victory. My commitment to protecting Southbury Training School farm and promoting agricultural activities on it go back to my first term in the legislature in 1988, when I proposed legislation to preserve this farmland. My commitment to protecting Southbury Training School farm has been a matter of persistence. And after 5 years, Governor Weicker finally signed earlier legislation that committed the state to some type of preservation of the land, that it was going to remain agricultural. Years later, the legislature passed a bill which I co-sponsored, creating a task force to study the future uses of all of the farms owned by the state of Connecticut. Among the members of that task force were Tom Kreider and Steve Ravisky. Their report proposed that those farms owned by the state should be preserved and protected through the use of third-party easements to nonprofit groups committed to land preservation and promoting agriculture. During the next legislative session, I proposed legislation to enact those recommendations, and I proposed it in each session afterwards, in 2011, 2012, and finally this year it passed. Thank you, Governor Malloy, and for the administration for supporting this. Special mention goes to Agriculture Commissioner, now Agriculture Commissioner Steve Ravisky, and his assistant George Krivda, who could not be with us today. He's busy taking applications for farm loss grants. And to Chris Smith of the Governor's Office, who is here somewhere, I saw him earlier, and to DDS Commissioner Macy, and to Christine Polio, your assistant, who's worked hard with me over the years on this project. And thank you to Tom Kreider and Ed Edelson for your support, and to Selectman Chad Landman and First Selectman Barbara Henry of Roxbury, who personally testified in support of this legislation. And I have a special thanks for John Erickson. I don't think I see John in the audience, but he's one of the people who came up and personally testified, spent hours waiting so that he could testify on the bill, and who has worked so hard for so many years to shepherd land into the land trust and to preserve it. It's always been a pleasure working with John. And also thank you to the people of the town of Southbury for your unwavering support throughout the years. This victory could not have been achieved without you. Thank you.